My team and I were talking about this prior. Like one of our big takeaways or that we had was I definitely saw an effort from the exhibitor group to step up the show without question. And I think
Yes.
that that needs to be something that, not everybody was there, right? And you'll get different takes from different people, but I want people to know that there was an absolute conscious effort to step up that show. With that said, do I think it is where they want it or where everybody else wants it? No, absolutely not. But things take time, right? But
Yep.
are those steps there? Are those points there of trying to make something? I believe so. So that is definitely one takeaway from our side. Another takeaway from our side is that we were just absolutely blown away with all the people like yourself that are listening to the podcast and that are connecting with one another, that are creating their own peer groups, that are having discussions together. That was a really big piece for us, is how many people were on the show floor that we knew from the show, from the live shows that we connected with and had conversations. We're honestly kind of surprised and floored by the number of people, which was really cool.
The visibility that this event brings to people who are in both our positions, honestly, and the connections that it has the ability to foster, I think are invaluable. In one day on the show floor, literally 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., I probably talked to 50 people and had
Mm.
so many good connections that I was able to follow up on immediately. And the other thing that it really does, and if anything, if I were to, to be so bold as to offer Exhibitor Show any of my advice, I would say that it actually needs to be marketed stronger to people in my position. I feel like it's still viewed very much as a supplier old home week. It's everybody getting together and
Yeah.
you talk to each other a million times when you're on the supplier side and meeting up with those people, and that's great. But I feel like with some of the advent of things, of the collaborative efforts that are being put behind connecting people in my position, I feel
Mhm.
like they could actually go stronger. I took my boss to this show 2 years ago. She's been in events for 15 years. She'd never heard of it. She had
Mm.
no idea it was even a thing. And then since even starting this position, I've met people and learned of other events that are global events of this nature that I didn't know existed. So I really feel like they could really be pushing the CTSM and the educational aspect and the collaborative aspect. They could go harder with that marketing. I really believe they could.